there's a part of Europe most men barely think about. A place squeezed between Estonia and Lithuania, washed by the icy waves of the Baltic Sea, and carrying the echoes of both East and West. That place is Latvia. Picture this: cobblestone, streets glowing gold in the fading light, Riga's old town alive with the soft hum of cafes, and the scent of roasted chestnuts mixing with winter air. Women walk past with a kind of grace that makes you pause, not flashy, not artificial, but tall, refined, and effortlessly elegant, like something out of a black and white film. Most Western men think of Paris or Rome when they imagine European beauty, but Latvia is the hidden card, the place that sneaks up on you. Here, the cost of living is lower, the pace of life slower, the people quieter, yet somehow warmer. Once you earn their trust, the country feels familiar, European, but at the same time, mysterious, a mix of iron-gray Soviet memory and delicate Art Nouveau charm. And for the man who comes searching for romance, for culture, for something different, Latvia delivers in ways you won't expect. This isn't the Europe you think you know. This is Latvia. 1. Geographic and political overview. Where the Baltic meets the soul, Latvia is small, just under 2 million people, but its soul feels far bigger. To the north lies Estonia, to the south Lithuania, to the east Russia, and to the west, the cold stretch of the Baltic Sea. And right in the middle, like a heartbeat, is Riga, the capital, the city where nearly a third of Latvians live. Politically, Latvia is firmly in the European Union and NATO. It uses the euro, it flies the blue-starred flag of Europe, and it trades freely with the West. But its past ties to Russia and the long shadow of the Soviet Union remain close. Walk the streets and you'll feel it, a country proud to look west, but forever marked by the east. Outside the city, Latvia feels like a landscape painted for solitude. More than half the country is covered in forests, birch trees, pines, quiet, lakes reflecting the sky, fishing villages dot the coast, medieval castles rise from hillsides, and long sandy beaches stretch almost untouched. For a traveler, Latvia is the paradox: European enough to feel comfortable, exotic enough to stir curiosity. It's where stability meets mystery, and that tension is part of the charm. 2. Culture, religion, and history. Centuries written in stone. Latvia's culture is like a tapestry stitched from centuries of influence. German knights ruled here, Swedish kings left their mark, Russian czars built palaces, and the Soviet Union pressed its heavy hand down for decades. Each left something behind. In Riga's old town, you walk through history as if through layers of time. Gothic church spires pierce the sky. Art Nouveau buildings curve with elegance, rivaling even Vienna or Prague. Streets whisper with the sound of footsteps on stone, carrying stories from centuries past. Latvians are fiercely proud of their traditions. Every midsummer, bonfires blaze across the countryside as people sing folk songs and dance until dawn. There's a deep connection to nature. Weekends often mean escaping to the forest, picking berries, or walking along the beach, even in winter's chill. Religion here is quiet, almost private. Lutheran and Catholic churches stand tall, but many Latvians identify less with formal faith and more with cultural rituals, songs, and seasonal festivals. But history is still recent too. Independence from the Soviet Union came in 1991. That means many Latvians alive today still remember a time when freedom was just a dream. It shaped a generation that is cautious, resilient, and quietly proud. For a visitor, that dignity is something you feel everywhere, in the way people carry themselves, in the silence between their words, and in the strength of their traditions. 3. Beauty and personality of women. Europe's most elegant secret. This section is the emotional centerpiece for your male audience. Paint the picture of Latvian women, tall, slender, often blonde or light-featured, with striking bone structure and natural elegance. Unlike the loud and flashy nightlife fashion of the West, Latvian women exude quiet sophistication, heels, coats, subtle makeup, polished but never overdone. Personality-wise, they are initially reserved, Reflecting Latvia's culture of modesty and sincerity, approaches should be respectful, not aggressive. These women appreciate genuine conversation over shallow charm. Dating culture tends toward the traditional. Many value loyalty, family, and men who display both confidence and humility. Once trust is built, women reveal warmth, humor, and a deep sense of loyalty. Compare this to the West, where many feel conversations have become transactional. In Latvia, interactions are real, eye contact, laughter, and presence matter more than money or status. Use cinematic imagery, Riga's autumn parks, elegant women reading by the river, friends chatting in candlelit cafes, conclude that Latvian women embody more than beauty. They reflect a cultural elegance, rare and timeless, that men across the world quietly admire. For daily life, cleanliness, attitudes, order with soul showcase the rhythms of everyday life in Latvia. Riga's streets are clean and compact. You can walk almost everywhere. The trams and buses run on time, creating a sense of quiet. Order, cafes and tea houses thrive as cultural meeting spots for students, artists, and young professionals. Life here moves slower than in Western capitals. Less stress, less noise, more room to breathe. Latvians are private by nature, valuing personal space. To a newcomer, this might feel cold, but beneath the reserve lies deep respect for others. Public life is tidy and disciplined, no shouting in the streets, no littering, no public drama. Even small towns are charmingly well kept. Highlight the rhythm of a typical day, mornings with coffee and dark rye bread, evenings with family dinners or quiet strolls along the Daugava River. Attitudes toward foreigners are polite. Latvians won't approach first, but respond warmly. When treated with respect, for men seeking balance, modern comforts with traditional grounding, Latvia's daily life feels both ordered and soulful. 5. Cost of living, wages, apartments, affordable European elegance position Latvia as a surprisingly affordable European destination. Compared to Western Europe, costs are dramatically lower. In Riga, a good one-bedroom apartment ranges from $400 to $600 per month, with even cheaper rents in smaller towns. Dining out is affordable, hearty Latvian dishes under $10, artisan coffee around $2, local beers $3. Salaries in Latvia are modest, often $1,200 $1,500 monthly on average, but for foreigners earning remotely or with savings, Latvia offers an elegant lifestyle at a fraction of Western costs. Utilities, healthcare, and transport are inexpensive and reliable, giving daily life stability. Create an immersive scene, a foreigner renting an apartment with a view over Riga's old town rooftops, shopping for fresh produce at the central market, cooking hearty meals, and still having plenty left for weekend nightlife or trips to the coast. Emphasize that Latvia delivers a high standard of living without luxury pricing. For men considering long stays, retirement, or building relationships, the affordability makes life here not only attractive but sustainable. Latvia, in essence, combines elegance with accessibility, a rare balance in today's Europe. 6. Nightlife, fun, alcohol, music, vodka, beer, and Baltic beats. When the sun sets, Riga transforms. The old town, with its cobbled streets and Gothic spires, begins to glow with neon lights. Hidden inside medieval cellars are bars, where laughter mixes with the clinking of glasses. Jazz basements thrum with life, while modern clubs pulse with Baltic techno and house music. Latvia's nightlife isn't wild chaos. Its style and rhythm, vodka and beer flow easily, though. Elegant cocktail bars are gaining ground. Men dress sharp, women glide in heels and coats. The atmosphere feels polished, more European elegance than Western rowdiness. Women here are approachable, but respect is the key. A genuine smile, a thoughtful question, or even a quiet moment over a drink goes further than any flashy pickup line. Beyond the clubs, there are jazz cafes, cozy tea houses, and private gatherings, where conversations stretch into the night and connections grow deeper, for the man who wants more than noise. Latvia offers intimacy alongside energy. It's nightlife that invites you to belong, to share music, laughter, and moments that matter. In Riga, the night doesn't just end with a hangover, it ends with memories. 7. Safety, social freedom, laws, respect, and awareness. Latvia is one of Europe's safer countries, especially for foreigners. Violent crime is rare, and the police presence in Riga keeps streets secure. The main risks are simple: petty theft in nightlife districts or losing your phone after too many beers. But rules matter here. Drugs are strictly illegal. One mistake can end a trip fast. Alcohol is part of the culture, but staggering drunk in public is looked down upon. Respect is the unspoken law of Latvia. Respect for space, for tradition, for women. In Riga, casual flings are less common than in the West. Relationships lean serious, and family values still run deep. In smaller towns, modest dress and polite behavior are wise. Political protests sometimes flare, but foreigners should avoid them entirely. The truth is simple: if you arrive with curiosity, humility, and self-control, Latvia welcomes you. For men, it's not a playground, it's a country that rewards awareness. Respect the rules, adapt to the rhythm, and you'll discover a place where you feel not just safe, but at peace. After weeks in Latvia, you realize it's not only the women's elegance or Riga's medieval beauty that lingers, it's something quieter, the warmth beneath the surface. There's the shopkeeper who remembers your name after one visit. The salty Baltic wind brushing your face as you walk the Jermala coast. The sound of church bells carrying over old town rooftops at dusk. At first, Latvia feels reserved, a country that doesn't rush to embrace you. But if you stay, if you respect its rhythm, it opens like a hidden book, revealing depth and sincerity. For a man searching for something real, not just cheap thrills or fleeting nights, Latvia offers a deeper connection, a balance of modern life and tradition. A chance to find beauty not only in women, but in culture, in conversation, in silence. Picture the closing frame, the Riga skyline glowing under a crimson sunset, the Latvian flag fluttering above, friends raising glasses in a hidden jazz bar, and across the table, a woman's smile that feels timeless. Latvia isn't just another destination, it's an elegant secret of Europe, a place that stays with you long after the plane departs, long after the music fades.